Your fucking superpower is your attention. What you put your attention on, your brain learns from. You take your attention, put it on something, and your brain's like, oh, this must be important. Let me help him get more of this, whatever the fuck it is. Okay? If you put your attention on the thoughts that are already coming into your head, because you put your attention on those thoughts back in the day, and the brain is just doing its job by giving you more of the same thoughts that you gave your attention to, or you give your attention to checking on feelings, avoiding feelings, trying to control feelings, your brain is going to give you more of those excessive feelings. And that's the only reason what leads to mental health problems like ADHD, OCD, BPD, and all those wonderful AB fucking C letters. Because by you interfering with your brain's process and you spending time on the patterns that come already in, you're just feeding these trauma patterns. Your focus is your superpower, okay? And you teach with your focus to your brain, you teach your brain with your focus what you care about. And if you show your brain with your focus that you care about spending time on what your ex did, or worries, or trying to control other people's opinions of you, or chasing validation, your brain will give you more opportunity to fix feelings, chase validations, by giving you anything that's in its repertoire. And its repertoire are three things: emotions, thoughts, and bodily sensations. Emotions, thoughts, and bodily sensations. Let me explain. Let's say you avoid going out with your friends because of social anxiety. You just showed your brain with your behavior, with your attention, that going out with your friends must be dangerous, because why would you avoid going out with your friends, right? So your brain's like, oh, so this must be dangerous? Okay, let me give you more anxiety, more depression, more thoughts and feelings of not feeling like going to that event, because then I know you're going to be in a safe place on your bed scrolling on one of the addictive apps that those people invented to make you addicted. You avoiding going to the social event, the brain will give you anything, any emotions, thoughts it knows you react to. What information you want now is that your brain has an entire data bank of what thoughts and emotions you react to. So it knows, are you reacting to guilt? Are you reacting to anger? You see it outside in your friends and family probably. Some people react to anger and they're trying to fix the feeling of anger. The brain's like, oh, I can use this anger, I can use these thoughts to protect that person that taught me what things are dangerous and what things aren't dangerous with your behavior. So we talked about that your superpower is your attention. So how are we going to actually use this for you to have better mental health? I'll explain. You want to start first thing in the day. Because when you wake up, you had a reset. You had the night's sleep. Now it's true, you have all kinds of thoughts and emotions coming in. Worries, memories, rumination that you already taught your brain that you care about. So now we want to change that pattern. And the way we change that pattern is with our attention, our focus. And you have power over your focus. Now, is it hard right now? Probably. Because you showed your brain you love talking back to the worries and the thoughts and the story. So first thing you have to know is that you are not your thoughts. You're not your emotions. You are the observer. You are the one who pays the attention. All right. So this is so important to understand. You are not, the thoughts and the emotions are like an object. You watch them, but you don't have to act on them. But the brain wants you to act on a lot of them because you taught it that those things are important. So the brain will use discomfort for you to try to fix the thoughts and fix the feelings for you to do compulsions. And here's your job. Your job is to, for some time, be okay with discomfort. The only way to break patterns is by being okay with uncomfortable emotions and thoughts. The reason for that is because your brain pulls you in to stay in the old patterns with uncomfortable emotions and thoughts. And yes, you can do this. And I will tell you how to do this in the most simplest, easiest way. All right. And these are all they're going to be practical tips. This is not some fucked up YouTuber who's just like, oh, here's the theory and this is the theory on the wall and like math 167 and then finish a video. No, I'm going to give you literal tools, okay? All right, where were we? So when you wake up, this is your best chance to teach your brain something new. You don't have to be perfect. You just want to take up more territory. Remember this, because a lot of people want to be perfect and they stop because they haven't been perfect. Oh, I give up. It's too hard. It's supposed to be hard. It is supposed to be hard because you trained for years, 20, 30, 15, 83, 90 years. Probably not 90. You could be 90. And you can still improve your life. So good for you to being here. For all this time, you train your brain a different way. It's like going to the gym when you only like fucking been fat and eating junk food and have diabetes. And now you look at the personal trainer and you're like, yo, I want to have a 6-pack by next week. And he's going to be like, what the fuck are you fucking talking about? Get on the treadmill. Fuck the treadmill. Actually let's do weights. Okay? Because the more muscle you build, the more you're going to burn. And also, what's your diet like? And we're going to do that for some months and you're going to get stronger. But then you're going to have a base level of new strength. And it's the same with emotional fitness and mental focus. You doing that work now, you building emotional fitness and mental focus with the tools that I'm going to tell you in this video, you will literally go to a new base level. Okay? And everything's going to be easier because you're going to have more emotional fitness. That anxiety that seems so big right now, it's so small. And the thoughts stop coming so much because you showed a new pattern. You showed the brain that you don't care about talking back to these thoughts. All right, let's do it. Wake up in the morning, thoughts already come in your head. You cannot control these thoughts. I'm not asking you to control these thoughts. You can control if you talk back to these thoughts. And I'm asking you to stop talking back. So when you wake up in the morning, and rumination comes in, thoughts come in, you want to now use your focus to cut that off and focus on valued actions. Why valued actions? First off, the most important thing, because you want to spend your time in your life in a way that you want to spend your time on. And you spending time on your thoughts and emotions is probably not what you want. But also, if you keep spending time on those thoughts and emotions, the brain is just giving you more excessive thoughts and emotions. So we want to moment by moment, and this is the practice, moment by moment. And here's the tool. Talk out loud to your brain. The thoughts come in when you wake up in the morning. Oh, what about your ex? What about your ex? No, brain. We're making breakfast right now. And then you get up and walk 3 steps and the brain's like, no, but what about your ex? You got to think about this. This is logical. No, brain, we're walking right now. And you look back down, we're walking. Oh, we're walking. Okay. You cut it off. You cut a little bit off. You built a little bit more territory. You took up a little bit more space. You might be like, oh, but this is just so small. Of course, you're going to add things. You're going to add step by step. It's like that Al Pacino line in Any Given Sunday. Each crawling in the grass is one more inch, and it makes the difference between winning and losing. So you want to be like, no, brain, and come back to the present moment. Come back to the present moment. Come back to the present moment. Talk to your brain out loud. And when you're around people at your work, just talk to your brain inside of your head loud. No, brain, we're doing the work right now. No, brain, we're walking right now. No, brain, we're drinking coffee right now. No, brain, we don't talk back to what about the ex. You cut it off, you cut it off, you cut it off. Your brain's not going to like it, but that's the effort. That's the work. You doing the work will make everything easier. You want to start in the beginning of the day, as long as you can. Take up as much territory as you can. You will do compulsions again. You will catch yourself, oh damn, I was talking to my head for 20 minutes. Fuck. No, that's okay. You already took up territory. Now start again. A good question to ask is also, what do I want to spend my time on? In that moment, because you're on the brain, all your thoughts, oh, what about the ex? Oh, why did he betray me? Why did he cheat? And you're like, no brain. And then you refocus by asking, okay, what do I want to spend my time on? Oh, doing valued actions that support my life. So you're coming back to the valued actions, if that's physical fitness, going to the gym, building your business, hanging out with your friends. And while you're hanging out with your friends, stop venting. Because venting is you trying to fix the feelings, you trying to fix the thoughts, and you showing your brain, oh, you love fixing. human. I'm your brain. I'm your best friend. I want to support you in fixing. Let me give you more thoughts and emotions to fix. So you want to start in the beginning of the day, the practice of mindfulness. This is practice of mindfulness. When you walk, you walk. When you talk, you talk. You don't spend time in your head. Another great understanding is spend time outside of your head. Walk in nature. Oh, I'm outside of my head. I'm outside of my head. A great tip is first thing in the day, you're doing something physical, like going to the gym or going on a run or going on a walk with your dog. Because when you're physical, you're moving your body and it's an easier time to focus on the mindfulness. Stop grabbing your phone in the morning. Your brain urges you to grab the phone to get rid of boredom and uneasiness and get the fix, the stimuli fix. Oh, what's on X? What's on Instagram? What are they saying? What's Madonna saying? I don't know why I come up with Madonna. What's my favorite football team saying? What's Beyonce saying? Come back, spend your time outside of your head. It's so important to have a whiteboard because on a whiteboard, you can put those reminders because your brain can always trick you. Your brain can always tell you why it's important to do this fixing compulsions, talking back to your brain, talking to the thought, talking to the emotions, talking to anything. But if you see a big whiteboard in front of your bed, completely in your way with an easel that you fall over and you see, go to the gym. Your brain's like, oh, but the X. You look at the white, oh, gym. Oh, that's right. If I keep talking back and trying to fix my feelings and trying to understand why they broke up with me or trying to talk back to coworkers in my head or trying to ruminate about this problem, the brain's going to give me more. Oh, fuck. Okay, take up territory. Okay, spending time outside my head. Okay, it's a practice. Oh, the brain brings... It's okay. The thoughts can come in again. They can come in again. Don't try to hate on the thoughts. Don't try to get rid of the thoughts. If you're trying to get rid of the thoughts, the paradox is the brain gives you more thoughts because you just show the brain that you love fixing thoughts. Give you a great example. Think of a house. You're in a house. You have too many chairs in the house. So many fucking chairs in the house. You're like, I have too many chairs in the house. I don't even fucking space for people to come over and chill. Now you throw chairs out the house, out the door, out the fucking window, anywhere, right? And the brain looks at this and is like, yo, you love throwing chairs out the house. The brain doesn't get, oh, I want to help him throw the chairs out the house because you want to clean the chairs. The brain only looks at your behavior. It only looks at your activity. Oh, you love throwing chairs out the house. Okay, let me bring you more chairs. The brain goes to IKEA, builds some chairs, brings them in the house, get the chairs from the lawn back in the house. Now replace chairs with thoughts and emotions. Stop trying to hate on them. They're allowed to be there. They have to be allowed to be there. I know, it's annoying. We all know it. And they are going to be like almost like in the peripheral vision. They're allowed to be there. You have to allow them the uncomfortable emotions. Don't try to fix them. And you bring your focus back. Oh, gym. Walking now to the gym. When you're in the chest press, you're doing the chest press. You're not spending time talking to your ex in your head. Cool? So this is what you want to do first thing in the day from the beginning. Now, for this to be easier, you want to proactively set the actions the night before, a week before, know exactly what you're going to do. So your brain doesn't have to guess. And because in the pauses, the brain's, oh, we can do compulsions now. We don't know what to do. Oh, let's do compulsions in the heads or check our phone. Set times when you use your phone as a tool. After the gym, you check your messages and answer. Not every 5 minutes you check. That's a checking compulsion. You show your brain that you love checking and your brain gives you more impulses to check. That's why people create ADHD. Because they're reactive to their thoughts and emotions. We have to change from being reactive to being proactive. I should breathe more. I went to the gym today so hard. I even did endurance training after. I did a leg day. I went crazy. Mindfulness, you bring your focus back to the present moment. Your attention. You talk out loud to yourself. You just take up more territory. Okay? And the cool thing, over time, you realize it's actually doing less work. You don't have to do all that. Your brain doesn't pay you rent, like Mark Freeman says. It doesn't pay you rent for talking back to all these thoughts. So you bring your focus back, and a great tool is talk out loud and make it easy for yourself. Ask yourself, how can I make this easy for myself? And it's by proactively already knowing what you're doing first thing in the day. Don't stay in bed ruminating or checking the phone. All that is fucking up your practice of mindfulness. You want to be okay with the uncomfortable urge of checking the phone and going to the gym. That's how you build more emotional fitness. And you want to already know what you're doing first thing in the day. Maybe you make breakfast first. Maybe you don't eat breakfast. You go to the gym right away. Maybe you go to work right away. Maybe you use the restroom first, then the shower, and you already know, oh, then I do my supplements. Whatever you do, bring your focus back. No, brain, We right here. Your brain doesn't like it. Don't think your brain's going to like it or that's going to be easy. It's important to not wanting it to be easy. Like, it's okay if it's not easy. In the beginning, when you practice a sport or anything, it's not going to be easy. If you have a tennis coach who you have to practice this. Just by watching this video, nothing is going to happen. Nothing's going to happen by just watching this video. You need to use the tools. It's the exact same thing as a tennis coach who never played tennis but read every book about tennis. How much do you trust them to teach you tennis well? They never had a fucking tennis bat in their hand. They don't have any muscle memory. They can show you, how to do this angle, how to do that angle. You want to practice. Practice is the most important thing. And a lot of times what keeps people from practicing is self-help addiction. People are like, oh, yeah, I'm not going to start my podcast yet. I'm going to read another book about healing trauma because it's easier to read that book than starting the process of doing your podcast action by action, mindfully, and facing the anxiety. The brain will bring up the anxiety and the uncertainty and will say, no, we need to learn more to be perfect, to avoid hurt and pain and judgment. But by you trusting yourself and starting the actions of the podcast, you're showing your brain that you trust yourself. Plus, you're showing the inner child that you trust yourself. By avoiding doing the podcast, you're showing your inner child that this must be still dangerous, and your inner child is screaming and yelling fear more because it's like, you are the adult. You're supposed to be the courageous one. Yeah, I'm scared of doing it, but why you take me by the hand? Take him by the hand to do the podcast. And over months doing the podcast, your brain changes its perception. It's going to be like, oh, I'm sorry I threw up on you, your inner child, aka the brain. Oh, I'm sorry I kept throwing up on you and screaming and yelling at you that you're not good enough. But we are good enough. I love this. We've been doing the podcast so well. We are confident. I love this. We are amazing. It just changes its opinion because you show it a different language with your attention. You show it with your behavior, inside and outside of your head. And that's why mindfulness is so important. So you just want to take up more territory and start in the beginning of the day. Go as long as you can. And if you say, oh, you did more compulsions, you try to control feelings, control thoughts, you wake up and you're like, okay, come back to the present moment. It's about spending more time. You don't have to be perfect. It's about spending more territory. And you will see how things are changing. You will have a better understanding of your relationship with your emotions and thoughts by practicing this. Because you're going to be more aware of the thoughts. This is also a great tool to use. Instead of my thoughts, saying the thoughts. The thoughts say I'm not good enough and I'm going to shoot this TikTok video now anyway. And I'm going to do this project now anyway. The thoughts say people are going to judge me and I'm going to go to this party now anyway. And I'm going to set proactively things that I want to do on this party. Oh, I'm going to talk to 5 people. I'm going to share this story. I'm going to share my values. I'm going to share my interests. If you reactively, again, you can see the difference between reactive and being proactive. If you reactively react on the party to thoughts in your head about you trying to impress others or chasing validation, you're just showing your brain that you're insecure and the brain will give you more insecurity. So that's why you want to just, whatever feelings you have, whatever thoughts you have, you bring your focus back in the moment on sharing the story. Whatever, sharing your values. Show yourself the way you want to show yourself and give instead of trying to take. This is also something that Mark Freeman talks about. If you don't know him, check him out. He's amazing. He's on Instagram and YouTube. He's an amazing mental health coach. He talks about instead of taking, giving. So if you always want to take, I want to take pleasure, I want to take this, you're always looking reactively. But if you about giving, and it's not only giving to others, but giving to yourself and others, actions of love, you are being proactive. Okay? Another tool that I want you to add is meditation. Meditation will help you so much with mindfulness, but silent meditation. you sitting down because you have to control your focus. Thoughts are going to come in, emotions are going to come up of impatience, thoughts are going to come in of, oh, you don't know if you meditate right, maybe you should watch another video, and you bring your focus back to your breath or your body. This is you training your focus, you not talking back to the thoughts, you training your attention. So you want to sit down, set a timer. You can start with 15 minutes and focus on your breath. And thoughts are going to come in that try to pull you in. Be aware. It's a practice. It's not a trick. You listen to people who give you tricks, you're going to fuck up because you're just impatient. You just want to fix it quickly. You don't want to work. This is a practice. And it's a fun practice because you're going to get stronger and everything's going to get easier. And you're going to build a life with your value guard, and you're going to build a full life with those actions. How amazing are you going to be doing those actions of physical fitness, building businesses, showing yourself that you trust, building skills, building fitness, getting sexier, getting whatever, going to more traveling, whatever it is you want to spend your time on, meeting more people, meeting lovers, friends. But it doesn't have to be you controlling it. It's you just adding more healthy things. Adding more healthy things. So this is the video about mindfulness, and it's the tools that we talked about. Use them. Talking out loud to your brain, no brain. Right when you wake up, no brain. We're walking right now. We're going to the gym right now. We're driving right now. No brain. We're driving and we're looking outside. Use your senses. Smell, taste, physical. Like when you move your body, it's so great if you work out and you're on a chest press and you feel your muscles. You're doing back and you feel your muscles. Bring your focus back to that. Your brain will say, no, you have to be more productive. You have to think about these things. You have to plan. It will try to pull you in with anything logically for you to do these things. Okay? Be aware of that. Practice. If you have any questions, write them in the comments. If you want to know any videos, just write them in the comments. If you want one-on-one coaching on these things, message me on my Instagram, @JesseTaylor. Yeah, with that being said, I love you guys. Usually my audience, I love my audience so much because you guys want to build emotional fitness. You guys care about other people. You guys give value. You guys give value to yourself. Yeah, I wish you guys a wonderful day. Peace.